My name is Blaine Herman and this is The Agenda. It's Sunday, the 16th of December 2018. Thank you very much indeed for your time. Please do stay in touch. You can send us your voice notes and videos via WhatsApp line. The number is 081 732 8421. On Twitter, we're at The Agenda_SABC. We're also on Facebook. You know the drill. The Agenda starts right now. Well, it's all systems go for Reconciliation Day celebrations at Walter Sisulu University in Mthatha in the Eastern Cape. Now, President Cyril Ramaphosa is set to deliver his maiden reconciliation keynote address. Locals believe strides have been made towards nation building. Now, reporter Zimkita Mangnana is at the Walter Sisulu University Stadium, and earlier she spoke to the Arts and Culture Minister, Mthethwa.
I'm now joined by the Minister of Arts and Culture, Mr. Mthethwa, who's just going to take the conversation further here on the celebrations of the Day of Reconciliation. Let me remind you again, we are here at the Walter Sisulu University Stadium in Mthatha, and this is where the national celebrations are expected to take place, and thousands of young people are expected to be among the people that are going to be here ahead of the President's address when he will address this year's celebrations. A very good day to you, Minister, and a warm welcome to this broadcast. My very first question, Minister, is about young people. Here in rural areas, there are not a lot of places to develop young people in terms of sports and arts and culture. And today's celebrations, are we expecting anything that's going to change their lives?
Well, changing people's lives from where we come as a society has always been a long haul. It is a process, but I can say that from the point of view of this very province, when it comes to arts and culture, arts, culture and sport, the province, through different MECs, including the current, have been very much focused on young people. But also culturally, young people are in the midst of activities of arts and culture. We have just around here the Punga building, which is an institution in itself, taking people through about the history of this country, the contribution of struggle stalwarts like Nelson Mandela. You go to other parts of the province, you will find the same. The most important thing is that we've got to take this spiritual journey of reconciling ourselves as a people. As you saw, the theme for this year is the year of Nelson Mandela and Albertina Sisulu, liberators for reconciliation. What it means in simple terms is that from the word go, the freedom fighters like Mas Sisulu, like Tata Matiba, understood very well that the path they were taking up and fighting for their people for peace. Mm-hmm. That after 1994, we then started to build that peace, to reconcile people who were, vehemently opposed to each other. You would remember that the day itself, the 16th of December, was a source of division in our society. For almost 150 years, since 1838 to 1994, that day was viewed from the prism of division in society. So the past 24 years has been trying to heal that division, getting and bridge that division, getting people across color line, creed and so on to come together. It has been a trip it has been a journey which you can see some of the movement forward. For instance, the issue of the flag is generally accepted in our society. But what we are saying is that it's one of the unifying factors in society. We are promoting it so that our people respect the flag. Anybody who talks about South Africa in the outside world, the first thing they come across is the flag of South Africa. So it becomes this very important symbol for our identity, and therefore we should rally around it to unite our people. We should condemn any act of discrimination, no matter where it comes from, whether it's done by a black person or a white person, such people have to be isolated in society because they're not helping to rebuild our society.
All right. And how are you using arts and culture to unite the different ethnic groups? Because we know that some people celebrate their cultural activities in a different way. How do we make sure that, because we have gone away from the racial past in majority, but now how do we make sure that the groupings in society work together in arts and culture?
Well, you see, what is beautiful about us South Africans is that we are a diverse people. Our own history, the evolution of this very society makes us that diverse nation. But that diversity is our strength. As you see in the Constitution, that we propagate unity in diversity. We have been, crisscrossing the country and using culture and arts to unite people. Just 3 weeks ago, for instance, we were in Limpopo, in the Vembe district. There you have a melting pot of different cultures where people are able to practice who they are and be proud about who they are without undermining others. Because the problem has been that other people would want to be superior to others, as you would see others accusing some for cultural imperialism, for instance. But there's nothing wrong in being proud of who you are, for people to know, because the world would want to know what is South African culture. And South African culture has to be that diverse culture which is shared with everybody else. For us, within government generally and arts and culture, we see sports, culture, arts as such perspectives to rally people around, because this, you do it by getting people together first and foremost.
And lastly, Minister, for those people who will not be able to make it here today, what would be your words of encouragement to them? What do you want to see them doing across the country celebrating this Day of Reconciliation?
Well, they can express in whatever way they could in their own cultures, in melting pot of different cultures, because the most important thing is not the separate development, is understanding what others are doing so that there is cross-pollination. You are able to practice other people's cultures and artistic expression and so on, so that we weld together what we want to see at the end of the day, a united nation.
Thank you very much for your time. That was the Minister of Sports, Recreation, Arts and Culture, Minister Mthethwa. Well, you can take pictures of yourselves celebrating this Day of Reconciliation and hashtag I am the flag and post them so that we can see wherever you are what it is that you are doing to celebrate this day. For now, it's back to you in Johannesburg.